by a rider last weekend. Now, he didn't want to be identified, but says he wanted to share his story to show the safety issues drivers face every day.
You're providing a service to the community and at the same time getting paid.
Mr. Brown has been driving for Lyft in Charleston for 7 years, but he says in the past 2 years, he's noticed some passengers have started ignoring the rules of the rideshare app.
There's always a disgruntled person.
He says he encountered one of those disgruntled passengers Saturday night when he headed into downtown to pick up some riders.
When they opened up the back door, I said, hold on. You guys got to have a mask before you get in the vehicle. Because first thing I noticed is that they did not have a mask. And that's when this all started.
Brown had his dash cam running, and in the video, you can hear Brown say,
I just asked you guys to wear. I don't make the rules.
Initially, I was going to cancel the ride because I wasn't comfortable with it because of the demeanor of the male passenger.
After they put on masks, Brown took the ride, and that's when he says things got worse with the male passenger.
Yeah, great.
Definitely at that point, not comfortable with taking the ride. So I just told them, hey, let's just cancel this and you all can get another ride. And, I wasn't even going to have no charge for it or anything.
Video shows the one rider continuing to curse and refuse to get out of the Lyft after being asked by Brown several times to leave.
Let's see if you call a cop and let's see what happens. I would love to see that.
He made me feel really uncomfortable to the point where I actually reached up and he didn't even realize it, but I had tapped the app to get an emergency vehicle sent to the car.
As they were waiting for police, the rider refuses to leave and is later seen placing his hands on Brown, which he says crossed a line.
I don't understand how he can even have that position to assault me in my own car.
The male passenger was booked on a charge of misdemeanor assault, but Brown wants this to serve as a warning for his fellow drivers.
I have respect for the rule of law. There's no such thing as letting anything slide. Law doesn't have to do with who you are, how old you are, or anything. It has to do with whether or not you are in compliance with the law.
Well, Lyft confirmed both passenger accounts have been banned from the app. They issued a statement saying, in part, quote, safety is fundamental to Lyft and assault of any kind is not tolerated on the Lyft platform. We have permanently removed the rider from the Lyft community, have been in contact with the driver to offer our support, and stand ready to assist law enforcement with their investigation.
This is what you need to keep riders from assaulting you, from keeping their hands. Plexiglass. But it's not going to stop a bullet or anything. It's not bulletproof. But you can get this from Lyft's store, about $45. Or for Amazon, you're going to be paying at least $45 or $50 for it, if you're willing to invest the money for your safety. I personally don't really like using it that much because I don't like a lot of stuff in my car. Cause I do this part-time and everything, but it's your choice, if you want to use it or not. Get this material. This showing you a little clip of what you can put, in the back of your vehicle. There's a plexiglass, protect you from passengers from assaulting you. It's not bulletproof. It's not going to save you from everything, but to slow down what they can possibly do to you when, you feel like your life is in danger or you're about to get assaulted. So, plexiglass, dash camera, pepper spray, anything to protect you, or even a firearm. Forget Lyft and Uber's policy for your safety, because they're not going to be there for you when an event, happens. They probably send a message to, the media saying they stand to assist law enforcement. Hey, but with this situation, luckily, it was no life and threatening situation. But with this driver, the guy put his hands on him. Like, you don't touch another Uber or Lyft driver like that. And another thing that was just crazy is the guy that touched the Lyft driver or started cursing him was a doctor. Was an infectious disease doctor. And I know at his workplace they require him to wear a mask. And if Lyft and Uber, require people to wear a mask, and that's his rules in his car by his choice, why would you question the driver? You don't question them at your workplace, so why you question a driver at his workplace, at his space? Just because you're a doctor don't make you entitled to his car. You're not paying his bills or anything like that. He making money to make side income, but damn, you don't own him. He taking you to point A to point P. He had the right to decline the trip, just like you had the right to decline the trip. This whole mask crap is just getting out of hand. I don't like wearing a mask myself, but when I go inside a store and anything like that, yeah, I go ahead and wear a mask. You know, it gets on my nerves, but damn, don't give you no right to, curse somebody out or put your hands on them. That's when you cross the line. Now, some people are going to be like, oh, the driver overreacted and everything like that. Some people see assault, different levels of assault. Touching him is an assault. He felt disrespected like that. He have every right to call the police and have that doctor arrested where he turned himself in, but serves him right. And another thing I'd like to add, what if the Lyft driver did not call the police? Most likely this could have happened. The doctor would have made a false report on him complaining that he was rude and disrespectful and would have got him deactivated. So the Lyft driver was covering his butt because the driver, could have got a false report from that particular ride. So the woman that was with the doctor, of course, she was more apologetic than the doctor. So I'm going to read you the article right here. All right. An infectious disease professor at the Medical University of South Carolina was charged with assault after he argued with a Lyft driver about the rideshare app, mask policy, then refused to leave the car. Mr. Taylor, 30-year-old, surrendered to the police on March 3rd, several days after the February 26th dispute, which was captured on the, dash cam. That's why I say get a dash cam. The professor, who teaches at schools, college, or pharmacy, is accused of touching the driver 3 times on his right shoulder in an apparent patting motion. And of course you hear him cursing too as well in the video. Marcel provided the post and Carrier with a statement through his attorney in response to the allegation. I was being responsible by not drinking and driving, he said. I sincerely regret the incident and comments made. This is not who I am as a person, and I apologize for my actions. A spokeswoman for MUSC declined to comment on personal matters or law enforcement investigation. Video recording shared the post. Carrier showed, the entire dispute. Marcetti and a woman called a car, a car Ann Street in downtown Charleston around 6:30 through rideshare. So basically they ordered a ride. So neither was wearing a mask, which is against Lyft policy. The driver explained they must put on their mask before entering the car. As the woman searches in her bag, Masuda says inaudible words to the driver. Eventually, he just said, cancel the ride. The woman apologized after putting the mask on and asked if they can please ride. The driver said has a mask too, she says. He is literally an infectious disease doctor. The driver again requests the couple to leave his vehicle and find another ride, but they climb in. You're crazy. Mercedes is here telling the driver, who again asks him to leave his vehicle. No, I'm not going to get out. What are you going to do? See, that's what I can't stand. The entitled passenger saying what you're going to do and you're in another driver's vehicle. The driver eventually called the police. This will be a fun situation. I'm a doctor, he tells the driver. Then he reached over the seat to touch the driver right shoulder 3 times, asking him he's done this before. The Charleston police arrived about a minute later and asked the couple to exit the vehicle. A police report states Rossetti and the woman got out the Lyft car, and of course he apologized multiple times because he'd been caught and tried to tip the driver for the inconvenience. Judge Amanda issued a non-contact order between, the rider and the driver, and set bail at a bond hearing following his arrest. Lyft permanently removed moving from the out, spokeswoman said, and offer support to the driver. Hopefully they really truly offer support to the driver. Here's the thing, it's just, I can't stand when they be like, what you gonna do about it? Like, you don't control the driver. The driver had the right to kick you out the car. And the reason why he counseled, because with the situation, with the debate, he trying to avoid a false report, you know, from the doctor, and of course a low rating at that. So that's why he counseled. That's the reason why drivers counsel, to avoid any type of false report. And of course the driver had to report it to Lyft. So hopefully Lyft definitely have, you know, deleted, you know, permanently deactivated the doctor, which you trying to force yourself. You know you got to wear a mask at the pharmacy or workplace, depending on your area, but you got some nerve to question the driver. It's his car. He wants you to wear a mask, he wants you to wear a mask. If he don't, he don't. Him or she, don't matter. I don't force riders to have a mask, but if one driver don't do it, don't mean the other driver will. So you respect the driver regardless. So that's all I need to say. That this whole mask situation got crazy. People reporting drivers with other false allegations, even when it was confronted that they have to put on a mask. This to make up false reports. That's it. So like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Ride Share Warrior here. Be safe out there, indeed.